Hey friends, in today's video, we're going to talk about words we need to hear in order to make healing possible and powerful. Healing happens when we're in an empowered state of being. So whether we're talking to ourselves in our own healing journey or whether we're supporting others with their care, what we say matters. So we're going to get in a little deep as to the language that we use to be supportive, also talk about the things that we should not say when we are helping someone on their healing journey. So stick around to learn more. I'm Brandy Falcon, owner of Falcon Healing Arts, and I help moms and their families stay healthy in body, heart, mind, and spirit. And I do this through traditional Chinese medicine wisdom, health coaching, and energy healing. So if this sounds wonderful to you, then make sure that you subscribe to this channel and hit the notification bell so that you are notified each time I upload a new video. Today's topic is inspired by the story I shared with you a couple of weeks ago. My friend and patient who was recovering from COVID-19 in the hospital. What I didn't share about that story was that she had just had a baby and was recovering from a C-section. And the reason I didn't share was that I wanted to just highlight her recovery and all the progress that she had been making. I intentionally did not share that part because I didn't want anyone to feel sorry for her. I was being very careful with the language I was using with this patient because she was still in the hospital when I was making the video. This was still she was still in the middle of this healing journey. And so wanted to stay positive and hopeful and encouraging to help her through this process. Now that she is well on the other side, her and her baby are doing awesome. I wanted to share a little bit more here about this approach because I think it is key. And again, depending on whether we're supporting ourselves or supporting others, our bodies believe everything we say. I learned that when I was in massage school a long time ago. I remember our teacher telling us that we needed to be very careful about how we were talking to our clients when they were on the table, especially when we were touching our clients and talking to them. That when we found an area that was tense and needed more work, we would just say something like, oh, this area needs more support, or I see that this area is really opening up. That we're talking about the progress of healing. We're not saying, oh, this feels really bad, or wow, you're really broken, giving that language, using that language with the patient or client is not helping them. It's not making them feel stronger and empowered. And that is the state that we want to shift them into. And these days, I would go even further with that. I believe we can pick up on each other's intentions. We can pick up on thoughts and feelings from each other. So it's not even just what we say, but the thoughts and beliefs beyond those words. So we really need to be shifting this within ourselves and how we see ourselves and others on their healing journey. So what do you think people need to hear? What do you think they need to be told in order to feel more healthy, strong, and hopeful? They need to know that healing is possible first. They need to be reminded that the body does miraculous things every second of every day. They can be reminded that illness is a temporary setback, that this is an opportunity to make more positive changes in their life, that their life will be even more amazing on the other side of the healing journey. This is a time to remind them of how loved and supported they are by their friends and family. We could bring the spiritual aspect into this too, that they are loved and supported by their ancestors, that their healing journey is actually healing this whole line and actually helping their children heal too, and that they have support from beyond as well, from spirit. And then moving beyond the words, I just want to share the vision that I hold for people who I am helping heal, that I actually see them as being in this empowered state. I see them as being divine beings of love, light, and truth. I see them as sitting up strong and vibrant, and I hold that vision for them. And that is what I'm speaking from. I believe everything I am telling them, and I hold that vision until they can see it themselves, and hopefully this also changes their beliefs about their situation and how they're talking to themselves about what is actually occurring. Now, it's my opinion that there are some things you definitely should not say, or you should be careful about saying. And you may disagree with me about some of these because some are quite common that we've been taught to say. So of course we don't want to say, oh, that's really bad, that's really terrible, because that does not lift people up. It's not empowering language. Nor do we want to say, oh, you poor thing. And we definitely don't want to say, oh, if only you did so and so to prevent this. That is not the time to bring this up. Again, at the end of the healing journey, that's when we can investigate the changes that we want to make. But during the healing journey, in the middle of it, that's not when we dwell on things that we could have changed, because that may just keep us feeling guilty and full of shame, which is very low vibration and not empowering at all. Now, I am also careful of not saying I'm sorry. And I know that that is a big one that you may disagree with. But think about what it means to say I'm sorry. It means that I feel sorry for you. It means that I pity you in this moment. And that may not be what you mean, but again, I think we need to be careful with the language and really investigate what it does mean. And be more clear that if you don't feel sorry for someone, then don't say I'm sorry, but just offer ways that you can help instead. So we can still acknowledge that a situation is serious while also being positive and encouraging at the same time. I truly believe that that's possible. And we want to be careful that we're not offering words that make them feel weak or scared or doubtful about their situation. So I hope that this gave you a lot to think about. Let me know what you think below. If you have some words of encouragement that helped you on your healing journey or have helped others, let me know what you think about the disempowering phrases too, what you try to avoid saying. So just a side note here that this can also help you find supportive practitioners to work with. As I shared in that previous video, my friend's doctor said a few things that were not helpful, and I'm glad she shared them with me because it made me be even more careful with what I was sharing with her, because I knew she was in such a delicate state. They actually told her she had a 50% chance of dying. It was 50-50 whether she lived or died, and that was not helpful at the time. So look for practitioners who speak to you with positive language. Look for practitioners who like to build you up and don't make you feel bad about your choices, while at the same time offering you different ways to do things in the future. So working in the present, meeting people where they are, we want to find practitioners who are very skillful in doing that. So I hope that helps too. And again, if you have anything to add in the comments, go ahead and slide them in there. Share this video with anyone who you think can use it. And you can check out these other wellness videos to support you in your healing journey. Well wishes to you, friends.